It's a picture-perfect day for softball in Oxford, Mississippi. Number 20, Ole Miss hosts number 1 Tennessee for Game 2 of this 3-game set today. Ole Miss won a thriller last night, 3-2. They could take its 4th series ever against the Lady Vols. Carly Hummel and Jake Romano with you. Welcome into the broadcast booth. And Carly, what stood out to you from Stadium? Ole Miss's brand new $32 million home. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So far, Bri Lopez continuing where she left off. Definitely have a career in softball after her days at Tennessee. Nice play by De Leon. On the hop, throws out Panel. That's a tough play. It was smoked off the barrel. Played today, Matt Dial, our crew chiefs at first, and Jill Pools at third. It's Bri Lopez looking to see the minimum here in the first inning. Swing and a miss, she does. 2 Ks for Bri Lopez. High chopper to the right side. It's Dodge. Throws not in time. Jayden Pone's 48th hit this season in that video, which I thought was really, really cool. She said, you know, I want to thank Karen for letting a kid like me to live out my dream.
You know, we mentioned yesterday that there was there were no hard feelings there on either side. Given her resume and how colorful it is, I think she's an aggressive player.
Off the end of the bat and spun 2, Carlin Pickens just outside the circle. That moves up Jayden Pone. Part of it on the ground, diving stop by Dodge, the second baseman, and throws out Yamas. Stellar play by Dodge to end this first inning. Ole Miss strands Pone. And you got to hand it to all the Ole Miss officials that put this together. And Jamie Traxel spent hours, she said, making sure everything was picture perfect. Fly ball out to right. Lair Boutte near the line makes the catch and retires Sophia Nugent. Poker? Because you just wouldn't know.
Can't quite make out what it is.
Hack and miss.
That was dirty.
The Lady Vol. And once again, north of 300 hitting this year. On the ground to third. Our first look at Lansdale in the hot corner today. And she throws out Mueller. Bri Lopez didn't look her best. Didn't necessarily look her best yesterday either. As Brady flies this to left. And Morgan's under it to make the catch. 4 straight retired for Pickens. She drives this to left center. Way back there. Off the base of the wall. Mackenzie Pickens with a standing double in the second. The 6th of her young career. SEC Pitcher of the Year has a little bit more traffic in back-to-back innings. However, she takes care of Ashton Lansdale, sits her down on 3 pitches.
There was that off speed, and I don't think she's really been able to utilize that a whole lot, to be completely honest with you.
Angelina De Leon pops up in the infield with 2 outs. Gibson calls everybody off, and Ole Miss wastes the 1-out double from Mackenzie Pickens in this second.
Play here in efforts for Tennessee to just attempt to get somebody on here.
Caught on and missed. 4 strikeouts for Bri Lopez this afternoon. Watch list as well. Blasts this to center. Taylor Malvin near the warning track and the wall makes the catch. Boy, that's the hardest hit ball that Tennessee's had today. Ball. Off the end of the bat. Weird spin on Lansdale. Morgan safe at first. That was zigzagging in the dirt, and Lansdale just couldn't figure out the puzzle.
I mean, you see her move up in the box here. She knows she's getting that off-speed pitch here.
Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 5 Ks for Bri Lopez through now 2 earned run and 5 strikeouts. Just pounding the zone all last weekend against Auburn.
You wonder why she wasn't put in yesterday. I mean, I know we give the freshman a start. And you can only imagine the type of captain and leader she's been for this Ole Miss Rebel team.
Backhanded by Mueller. Jump throw to first. Not in time. Jayden Pone is 2 for 2 against Carlin Pickens today. weak chopper to first, and Gibson takes care of Boutte. 2 gone for Ole Miss. Jaden Poe moves up to second base. That brings up Aaliyah Binford. She airs this out, right center, and Fiedler right in front of the warning track makes the catch. And Ole Miss in 3 straight innings strands a runner on second base.
It is. It's a hard scout report there. I mean, she can throw for speed, but she's also going to throw a lot of spinny stuff.
Lexi Brady throws it into right. Panel's on the move to second base. She's there safely. Has started the day retiring the first 8 batters she saw. Here's a deep fly, center field, and Malvin makes the catch. Panel tags from second. The throw a little off the mark from Malvin. And Gibson moves the runner over 60 feet for Sophia. The 0-2 is popped up. Shallow left center, and Malvin makes the catch and collides with Pone. Panel scores. Tennessee's first lead of the series. And that error comes back to haunt Ole Miss.
Errors always do.
He is up 1-0 in this 4th inning. As Leach swings and misses, strike 3, and Bri Lopez has her 6th strikeout today on the bunt to begin the 4th. Advance to second on the error, and a bloop to right gets down for Percy Yamas, and Ole Miss with a leadoff single in this 4th inning. 4 hits now today for Ole Miss, but so far lines this into right, but right at Clark. She throws to first. Strahler was well off the bag, but she got back in time. Brady with a hard line out. She's 0 for 2 now today. 6 ribbies. Also won SEC Freshman of the Week. First Rebel freshman since 2021. Carlin Pickens gets Mackenzie Pickens that time. Again.
From 2 both very powerful teams, you aren't seeing a lot of power. You're right. I think we're going to see more small ball here.
Got her, and Carlin Pickens is pumped. 5 Ks for Pickens today. Ole Miss strands their... Things kind of got muddy in that time of her recruiting process. Off the end of the bat, Bri Lopez makes the play, and Mueller's now 0 for 2. But Mueller went to Middle Tennessee State. Things worked out. Now she's... This is yanked down the line and off the top of the wall for Dodge. She's hustling into second base and gets there. Nearly left the yard. There's an atmosphere today. Wayne down and missed. Bri Lopez has 7 strikeouts today. Payoff pitch. Inning continues. Top of the order up now. The first walk issued by Bri Lopez today.
Given her experience, no. I think she trusts it. You can tell.
Liner left side. Base hit. Dodge ran into Lansdale, the third baseman, but the throw gets away from Brady. 2-0 Tennessee. That could have got real interesting if Ella Dodge was ruled out at home plate. She ran into Ashton Lansdale as she was Fiedler, her first hit today, and she brings in a run.
And you watch that Ole Miss defense struggle there.
If Brady fields that cleanly, Dodge is out.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. This is a 1-0 ball game.
And now here in the 5th inning, 2 hits for the Lady Vols. Wow. At 47 miles an hour, Panel is way out in front of it. 8 Ks for Lopez, but Tennessee takes it 2-4 at the plate. In her second season at Ole Miss. Swings and misses. Pickens has 6 Ks today. A lot more than that. You know, Pickens off the field doesn't carry herself like an All-American. She's just...
That's how they're supposed to,
yeah,
you know?
You wouldn't know it.
Those are the ones that deserve it the most.
4. The inning continues. First free pass today for Carlin Pickens, with runners on base. And that missed outside. I think everybody on Tennessee thought that was strike 3. And Jaden Pone took second base. Big spot here for Ole Miss, though. Payoff pitch from Pickens. Up the middle to the shortstop, Mueller makes the play. In all 5 innings, Ole Miss has stranded a runner at second base today.
Ooh.
And it's McKenna, for good reason, as she works the leadoff walk here in the 6th. She's had that nickname since her childhood because her parents thought she looked like Boo from the Monster. Popped up, and De Leon, the shortstop, makes the squeeze for out number 1. Bounces away from Brady, and Taylor moves up to second base. Now a full count for Leach.
A lot more mistakes here from Ole Miss. A lot more.
Be because they're playing tight, or I don't know if you would agree with that.
I think it.
Cut on and miss, strike 3, the first of the day for Wachenio, but
It could be both. This is one too, Mueller that will get a hold of that off-speed pitch and will take it to the opposite side of the field.
called strike 3. Wachenio's pumped up after that. Tennessee strands one in scoring position. As Binford rolls one to short, and Mueller can't glove it. Throws late. It's always a tricky defensive play for the shortstop, isn't it? Deep in the hole, trying to step up. Yamas back to Pickens. It ricochets off her leg. A snap throw to second, and Ferguson, after turning the bag, is back in time. Mulder
Picking up a little velocity.
I think she's okay.
Imagine a lot of that's adrenaline.
Swing and a miss.
And that right there is why she is about.
Mackenzie Pickens, a dribbler back to Carlin Pickens in the circle. They go to third for 1 to get the force, so now there are 2 outs.
And a quick play by Pickens. You almost thought she was going to go to first and then remembered, wait.
They've won 2 of the last 3 series against Tennessee. Got her swinging. 9 Ks for Carlin Pickens today. Hit her around. Here's a bunt. Lansdale can't play it. Ella Dodge having a day, a double, and now a bunt single to begin this 7th inning.
I think they've done a great job at that today, too. UT has been throwing the bunt.
3 for 21 at the plate today going into that at bat. Now they have 4 hits. Here's another bunt. Wachenio off the circle, or out of the circle, and throws out Emma Clark.
And that's what you like to see from your pitch.
Ole Miss's corners are playing in.
You expect they might think a bunt.
A bloop down the left field line, and it drops in front of Pone. However, Dodge retreats back to second base.
From your outfield.
Ball 4. Bases are loaded for Tennessee in the 7th.
Wachenio beginning to struggle here. We got base.
Knows how to party. Panel rips this into left. Pone can't make the catch. This is going to clear the bases. 1 run, 2 runs. Here's the 3rd.
What an incredible at bat right there. You talk about situational hitting. She absolutely gets a hold of this. I was talking about Pone leaving her feet, and she did, and about knocked the wind out of her, I think. Just misses that. Fiedler told her dugout when she got.
Doesn't get any easier with Gibson, and she walks for a 2nd time today.
Miley is really just looking to get out of this as Jamie comes to the plate. You assume maybe she's
Rips this to short. One hopper to De Leon. She drops it and has no play. Tennessee is cooking in this 7th inning. Sisters that have played softball at Tennessee. And Leach grounds it to De Leon, has a play at third, and makes the play. Run comes in, though, for the Lady Vols, 2 away. Now it's 6-0 Tennessee in this 7. Here's the payoff. To Lansdale at third, steps on third. And this inning is over for Ole Miss. Tennessee scratches 4 across to take a 6-0
play. Ole Miss just hasn't really put much of a bat on the ball.
On the ground to short. 1 away. That's Faw, the shortstop, making the play.
I feel like we're finally starting to see the Pickens pitcher that all the hype has been about right here.
Got her. 10 today for Carlin Pickens.
And she knows it.
Here's the 2-2. Back to Pickens off her glove. And Jaden Pones safely on first base. She's just been so impressive this week. Now Lair Boutte, the former Lady Vol, at the plate. Chops this to the right. Pickens with the flip. There's out number 3. And Tennessee evens the series 6-0 against Ole Miss. Sets up a rubber match tomorrow. The 17th shutout this season for Tennessee and 3rd in SEC play. They're just the 2nd team this year to shut out Ole Miss.
I mean, what a fantastic job they did today. It's a completely different team that came out today versus yesterday. You know, and you imagine tonight as these Lady Vols go to sleep that they wake up today or tomorrow with the same energy, bring Game 3 home.
Jack Robertson directed it. Mason Atkins produced it. We've got the best crew in the SEC with us. And finally for Carly Hummel, I'm Jake.